Hey everyone, I hope you have had a wonderful day so far. My name is Lavana Shannon, and I am coming to you from New Legacy Vegans. I am a 7-year non-meat eater, and for about 5 years, I think going into six, have not eaten any dairy. So I would classify myself as a plant-based eater because we know that vegans can be very unhealthy because there's so many things that are vegan nowadays, and we may get into that a little bit later. But as for myself, I have my bachelor's of science in nutrition. And I actually used to work as a nutritionist for the state of Florida and for the state of Colorado. So right now I am following the protocols of Dr. Sebi. I'm sure many of you have heard of him. It's especially since the death of the rapper Nipsey Hussle, who is supposed to be putting a documentary out on Dr. Sebi. So I have been following Dr. Sebi for about the last, and I mean, not just knowing of him, but actually following his practices for about the last 2 years, I believe. So today's video, we're going to talk about 5 foods that are said to be so healthy and they're actually not. So we're going to break some myths today, and then I'll go into just a tad bit of detail as to why they are so unhealthy. And maybe for some of them, I can provide some alternatives for you. Now, do understand before I get into the video, as an alkaline vegan, which is what I classify myself as, there are so many foods that I do not consume. I do have a list of foods that I can send if you all are interested. As an alkaline vegan, I do not eat any acidic foods, nothing that is hybrid, nothing that comes in a can, prepackaged. If the fruits do not have seeds, I do not consume them. So there's quite a few things that I do not eat, but then again, there's a lot of things that I can eat and that I've become very creative with making so that I can enjoy this lifestyle. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, soy. So when I first became vegan, 7 years ago, and I stopped eating meat, my number one thing that I consumed was soy. I used to have soy lattes throughout the day. I would have tofu scrambles in the morning. I would just take a block of tofu, slice it up, fry it in a pan, and just eat it with a little bit of salt. I loved soy. I loved tofu. I would make soy-based smoothies as well. And I ate so much soy that I have developed an allergy to it. So my body has like a tolerance level. And when I had too much, I would break out into hives and I would itch like a maniac. Soy is very unhealthy. It has very high levels of estrogen, and it will completely throw off your hormonal balance. So for guys and gals, soy should not be consumed whatsoever. It is such a horrible product. And it is not a natural product, so it is not something that we should put into our bodies. Number 2 is dairy. So dairy is said to be very healthy. It provides so many different nutrients and vitamins. And the biggest one is it provides calcium to do what? What do we say? To grow stronger bones and stronger teeth. Then why in America do we have the number one, I guess you can say we have the highest amount of osteoporosis basically in the world, and guess what? We consume the most dairy. So how is it that dairy provides us with all the calcium that we need for us to grow strong bones? Let's think about that. Doesn't make sense. So with dairy, dairy is made for a cow to produce however many pounds, tons that a cow weighs. That's what dairy is supposed to produce or help to produce. For humans, humans are supposed to consume breast milk, which comes from a human. And it helps to raise and provide the appropriate amount of nutrients for a human being, not for a cow. So dairy should not be consumed. And then on top of the hormones and everything that already comes within the milk, we then, as great Americans, we add even more growth hormones to quickly grow cows so that they can be slaughtered for beef, and then also to produce even more dairy producing cows as well. So dairy is full of pus and mucus, blood as well, because once a calf is born and you have that mother that you're gonna now use for dairy, after she produces or she gives birth to that calf, she is then impregnated once again, like immediately. So she gets no time with her child, or not child, but her calf, and she's impregnated right away. And then if that calf is a female, she will then become a dairy cow. If the cow is male, he will either, his legs will probably be broken for, veal, or he can be grown, older for actual beef. So that's kind of what goes on in the dairy industry. It's just very disgusting. I don't know if you all have ever seen documentaries of dairy farms and what goes on, but just look into it and you will be so turned off. There's so many alternatives. We don't need milk, but because we have been so accustomed to drinking milk, there are many things that you can do. You can have coconut milk. You can have walnut milk. There's Brazil nut milk, hemp seed milk. There's so many different things that you can do, and it's just the seed or the nut and water, maybe a tad bit of salt. If you want it sweet, you can add agave or a date, and you blend it and you strain it, and then you have your milk. It's very, very simple. Another one, so number 4 is packaged juices. So this is another one that is so full of sugar. And let me tell you what's so crazy. We go into the stores and we're told to look for 100% juice. So what the marketers do that work for these companies, they'll put a huge, and I even have had this mistake as well, they'll put 100% vitamin C on the front, and we're thinking it's 100% juice. So we just grab it and get home. You'll turn it on the back, you'll see, 3% juice. So what does that mean? They use a little bit of actual fruit juice. The rest is just water and sugar and whatever dyes and everything to make it that color and taste that specific flavor. So a bunch of crap. So beware of pre-packaged juices. If you can, try to make your own juices or make your own limeade. I have key limes and agave. I make limeade all the time. Or I will take berries or different fruits. You blend them with water. You can add agave and strain it. Or if you have a juicer, just put your fruits through the juicer and consume, your juice like that. That is 100% juice. And even better, the whole fruit itself or the whole vegetable is even better. It's not juice, but that's the best way to consume your fruits and vegetables. The next one is all of these fake burgers. So you have the Impossible Burger, the Beyond Burger. They are really catering to vegans now, and it has become just so unhealthy. Look at the ingredients in these burgers. You can't pronounce them. They're only chemical-based, and they can call it plant-based because they took one little piece of a plant. So maybe a certain structure of the plant and they added it into the burger itself, into the recipe, and now they want to call it a plant-based burger. It's really a chemical-based burger, and I have had actually both of those burgers before in the past, and I just stopped eating them because I wasn't alkaline vegan at the time, but I just couldn't wrap my head around, how unhealthy these things were and what the chemicals could be doing to my body long term. There may be cancer producing chemicals in those burgers, and I could pay for it in the long run. So just be very careful on how they market to you when you're trying to eat healthier and you don't know any better. You don't know the chemicals that they're putting into these foods, so be careful. A bonus, so I have two bonuses. The first bonus is diet soda. So diet soda is, again, said to be so healthy, and we know it can't be. I mean, first of all, diet soda is disgusting, okay? They use fake sugars. So they're using some type of, and that was basically my next one, the bonus was fake sugars. Even the real sugar is bad, so I can't imagine how bad the fake sugar can be. So you have your pink, your yellow, blue. I think they have even a green package out now, and then they have like a orange or something color one as well, and they say that they come from plants and all this stuff. It's nothing but chemical based, you guys. Just be very careful. As I stated, I don't know if I stated it in this video, but sugar, the way it plays on you is like crack cocaine. You become so addicted to it, and you just want to be careful because it keeps you going back for more. There's been studies done as to how it plays on your mind the same exact way crack cocaine does. It is just, it's crazy. And you don't want to get caught up in that. The best thing to do is to eat natural sugar. So that's going to be your fruits. Dates are amazing. They're extremely sweet. So you can make date syrup. You can, just use the dates themselves to sweeten certain things. Agave is okay as well. I actually use agave a lot, but I also use dates. I stay completely away from sugar. I don't use sugar whatsoever. And I like to eat, so my stuff can still taste good. So don't think that I'm over here just, chewing on a branch or something. But those two things work. The agave and the dates work. If you can get Manuka honey, Manuka honey is much better than some of these store-bought, honeys that, come from all these different places, and they lace, them with different chemicals. Honey can be pretty bad, but it's much better, I would say, than the sugar. You just got to be careful as to where you're getting your honey from. But yeah, so just beware. They know how to play on you, especially, like I said, when you don't know. They know exactly what you're looking for when you're purchasing certain foods, and they know how to cater to people like, maybe yourself or someone else that is just starting to try and eat healthy, and they make these packages look so healthy, like they come from Whole Foods, or that's another one. Whole Foods is a joke. So don't spend your whole check at Whole Foods. There's other places that you can go to, farmers markets and things like that, to get what you need to live a healthy lifestyle. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I am on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram under my own name, LaVonna Shannon. Instagram is lavonna.shannon, or you can reach out to me on Instagram through my business page, New Legacy Vegans. And also you can contact me via email at newlegacyvegans at gmail.com. All right. So again, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here to answer whatever questions that you have. You can also just write me directly on Facebook through direct messenger, and I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. I hope this helped you. I'll be back with more videos, but thank you so much for tuning in, and I pray that you all have a successful day. All right, bye-bye. See you next time.